All right, here we go, saxophone people. I'm going to play All Through the Night, number 115. All right, and then we'll talk about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so main objective of this page is that dotted quarter eighth rhythm, right? So what you should do is go through that 5-step process. First step is to say the rhythm, right? Because rhythm is really key. So let's look at the first 2 measures and say that together, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. I'm going to put the foot cam on for a minute, just so you can see that foot action. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. So I want you to notice, ta, that's the dotted quarter. Ti, that's the single eighth note. Ta, ti, ta, ta. That's the first measure, right? So if I do the 2 measures in a row again, ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. All right. If you didn't look at line 113, the video explanation at 113, that might be a good thing to look at just to kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about with that ta. So 1.5 beats. Now, again, remember, you want to be able to say it and tap your foot, because if you really can't say it and tap your foot, you're not going to be able to play it, because your voice is kind of like the most natural thing. You've only been playing your saxophone for a year or so, right? And it's not like you've not been talking practically your whole life, right? All right, so make sure you can say it. Once you can say it and tap your foot, then play it on one note on your saxophone. Let's do it on a D. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just thinking in my head, ta, ti, ta, ta, like what we just said a moment ago, except that I'm playing a D. All right? Now, next step is the one where you're going to name those notes and do the fingers. So if you don't know your notes or your fingers, I want you to just pause, okay? All right, and here we go. Oh, I almost forgot one thing. Your key signature is important on this one because it's not your usual or most typical key signature, right? Do you notice that there's 2 sharp signs? Do you know what they're for? If you answered F sharp and C sharp, you are correct. Okay, so you want to make sure you do F sharps and C sharp. Look, ma, no hands. All right? Okay, here goes. Let's say those notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, C sharp, B, D, E, D, C sharp, A. Okay, so that's what you want to be able to do, is tap that foot and say those notes and push the buttons. All right, now the 4th step is to play them, but not to slur or anything like that, okay? So here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you got that, right? And then what you do, after you can do that, then you add in the slurs. But just don't change the rhythm. The reason why we do the slurs last is we don't want the slurs to mess with the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and just a word about when you slur. When you do a slur, make sure, like whatever the notes are that you're slurring between, that the fingers move at the same time. So for instance, I'm slurring there in the first measure between a B and a D, right? So there's my B, there's my D, there's my B. You see how my fingers all hit at the same time? That'll give you a good slur. And it has to occur right on the 4th beat. Ta. Okay, so that will really help you. Okay, have fun with All Through the Night.